Hi, Andy here again, aboard his trusty Tracer, the old Yamaha Tracer 900 GT. So I'm up nice and early in the morning. If you live here in Hampshire, then you've got to be up early in the morning to ride bikes, because it just gets so full of cars. So this little video, I've had my Yamaha Tracer 900 GT now for nearly 5 years, and it's the classic question: do I trade? Is it time to move it on? I'm just having that thought now. It's you know, just 5 years of a bike. It sometimes seems like a long time, doesn't it? So stay aboard this video and I'll tell you a little things I'm thinking about on this ride that I've got up to Devizes, which is a wonderful place. It goes across Salisbury Plain, so I'm hoping the sun will come out a bit more. 7 degrees at the moment as I'm heading towards Salisbury. But yeah, do I trade? What am I thinking about? That's what this video is about. So I think it's always good to remind yourself, if you're thinking of trading, isn't it, is what you love about your bike. And here I am just going around the sort of ring road of Salisbury. It's right in the centre, to be honest. It's really easy to ride this in the town. You know, you've got a great position. You're really sat up, so you get a great view of what's ahead of you. So it's really easy. It's good at slow speeds. It's good at filtering. So yeah, as a town bike, it's just superb. And what I'm about 5'10", 5'11", I can get my feet on the floor quite easily. So again, as that sort of stop-starting bit happens. So yeah, it's a town bike, superb. And then of course you come out into the open road, and the Tracer goes superb. It's absolutely lovely on these types of roads. It's so light. I don't know what the actual numbers are, but it's around the 210, 220 mark because I'm waiting for the fueled. But it is so light to ride that you come onto the open country road, and it's just, again, it's just easy. And of course, things like having the quick shifter makes it easy going up the box. Probably better from third, I've got to say. Going third, fourth, fifth, sixth is better. Doesn't quite like it 1 to 2, so I never do that. And even 2 to 3 can feel a bit harsh. So there's that. Yeah, it's such, again, the riding position gives you such confidence. You see so much of the road ahead. Of course I can today. It's lovely and misty, isn't it? Beautiful. But then it is only early April. So yeah, the riding position's really good. And you've got all that sort of little gizmos in the view of heated grips, ABS. And they certainly need the heated grips this morning. I got them on. Just going to treat. So yeah, come outside into these roads that are flowing, fantastic. And even if I haven't got the panniers on today, the big plus side of the Tracer is of course the GT version anyway, because it comes with the panniers. Somehow I sort of like the look of the ones on my version, which is a 2018 bike. That was when they changed in, I think, back halfway through 2020. It sort of just looked a little bit odd, but then of course you've got a bit more space, which was good. But I've been away to the Pyrenees, into France, many times into Wales, done Scotland on this bike. Hey, check out some of the videos. And it's just been fine. You can see I've got a little tank bag on the bike as well today. And that's a treat as well on this bike. So gives you just that extra bit of luggage, and like I say, I'm just coming out for a ride and I want to shove a few bits and pieces into the bag. It's really good. Mirrors are great. I can see behind me really well. That's grand on this bike. Yeah, like I say, come out onto the more flowing open roads. You know, even sitting on a motorway, because it's got the cruise control. That makes it absolutely again really easy to ride. So no complaints there at all. Just coming up now to the A303, which sometimes gets a bit busy because I'm exceptionally close to Stonehenge as you come on this bit of the ride. More about that in a moment. So let's just see if there's nothing here. It's fantastic. Sometimes it gets a bit busy there because, like I say, everyone starts to come down here towards the Stonehenge entrance. It's just down the road here. Okay, a little bit more about the ride in a moment. So as I mentioned a moment ago, I'm sort of now coming over at Salisbury Plain, so just past Stonehenge. I'm now on the road out to Devizes. So Salisbury Plain is a lovely road actually. Well, it's just nice to ride out here because there's very few towns, so that's quite nice to sort of keep moving along. It'd be nicer if it was a sunny day, you'd see a little bit more on the GoPro. Mainly, well, I say mainly, half of it is owned by the MOD. Most of it you can sort of move around in it. But yeah, it's about 150 square miles of Salisbury Plain is owned by the MOD. It's firing ranges, tank movements, that sort of thing. Yeah, you get some nice open roads. Don't know how much the GoPro's showing here. Yeah, and of course Stonehenge being sort of one of the big attractions in the area. Same with Salisbury, that's pretty popular. But it's just really nice roads to ride around here actually. You're not sort of stop-starting at most of the time, you just keep moving all the way up to Devizes, which is a lovely place as well, which is my destination for a coffee, seeing as it's what's the time, 8:15 in the morning at the moment, on Easter Sunday of all days. If you don't come out early, you don't catch the quiet roads in Hampshire and Wiltshire. So yeah, lovely roads. Just coming up to my destination, which is Devizes. Lovely market town. One of the it's got the most listed buildings of the town. Well, one of the highest. That's all I'm going to say. Can't remember the actual number, but an amazing amount of listed buildings here in Devizes. Really nice market town, plenty of nice little shops, coffee places, of course. That's the norm in the UK, isn't it, these days? Famous for, okay, let me do the obvious. It's got the Webworth Brewery here, right in the centre of town. So that's it, serving 6X if you've that seems to travel quite well. Just outside the town is a flight of canal locks, because you've got the Kennet and Avon Canal comes through Devizes. I've been on that just the once. But outside you've got the Cairn Hill flight of locks, I believe, if I'm correct now. I think it's about 18 locks. It's sort of all concurrent, so it takes you almost a day to get through them, because it gets quite busy, especially in the summertime. We go from one lock to another, you know, filling them, emptying them, etc., depending on how they are. An amazing sight, well worth visiting. Just beautiful, just a walk around. Yeah, Devizes, this is my coffee stop, and then once I've had that, after that we'll have a little talk about what don't I like about this Yamaha Tracer. So why am I thinking of trading? Okay, so why trade? Like a lot of things, isn't it? There's always something about your current bike you don't like. So what are the I think there's three things about the Yamaha Tracer 900 GT that I don't like, and I think probably two of them are a little bit very personal anyway, but let's take the main one, and I think it's the screen. It's just still a little bit of a noisy bike. Duck down a little bit and you suddenly go out the wind and you're thinking it's just about an inch. It doesn't matter what you do, you still just get a little bit of wind, which is quite frustrating. Could just be a little bit quieter. So that's the first one, and I think the main one. Second one, wow, what a bike to clean. Nooks and crannies all over the place. It takes absolutely ages, and you've got to say, you come out and yeah, the bike just gets dirty. It gets dirty whenever the roads, unless it's totally dry, it gets totally messy. Just passing another one of the MOD bases here up on Salisbury Plain, Trenchard Lines. So that was the second one, about cleaning it. Yeah, I mean, something better than a nice, giving a bike a clean, we all like that, but my god, it takes a long time. And then the third one is, you know, I live here in Hampshire, and I don't know what the roads are like elsewhere, but the main roads I ride are Hampshire, Wiltshire, Dorset, generally. Dorset's not too bad. Hampshire, OMG, there are so many potholes, it's incredible. And if it's not potholes, it's just bumpy roads, which then, on the Yamaha, it's like, this one of course doesn't have active suspension, so I'm bouncing around. Doesn't matter what you do to the suspension, you're still bouncing, which is quite frustrating. So that is one of the reasons I think I'd like to change. Just something that's got active suspension. Oh no, there was one other. And of course it's chain drive. So of course if you do the big miles, okay, I probably should just at the beginning now, if I was going to buy another chain bike, I'd instantly just buy a Scott Oiler and put it on there. But otherwise, you do sort of, you know, 1500, 2000 miles, you've got a chain of lube with you all the time. Back wheel gets covered. So there's a bit of that as well, bit of maintenance. So yeah, some reasons I'm thinking of changing. If anyone else has got the Yamaha Tracer 900 GT, then I'm interested to know if you've got the same sort of thoughts. But what do I change to? You know, I love the riding position now. I get on this thing, I love it. Sit up, watch the world. Easy going slow, easy going quick. It's a beautiful bike. So what's in my mind? Well, what's quite interesting is I had a little look of the new bike of this Yamaha Tracer, which is coming out I think later this year, and it's got active suspension like the current model has, but now it's got adaptive radar control. Woohoo! Because of course, do you know what, I'm going to stop looking in front of me and decide how quick I should be going. I need a computer to tell me. Now I've had a look, and I believe the new price of that Yamaha is going to be 15 grand, or just shy of 15 grand. You're thinking, wow, hold on a minute here, 15k for fundamentally a 900cc sort of middleweight sports tourer. That's a lot of money, considering that the current model, I think, is around about 13, just over 13. Just got those crazy Groucho LCD dials. It's not my cup of tea at all. But yeah, once you start to get to 15k, you're starting to get into some bigger bikes, aren't you, for that money? So I'm starting to think, do I go BMW R1250 GS? Do I go the Ducati Multistrada? Triumph have got their new Explorer out, haven't they, the 1200? Crazy looking headlights on it though, not convinced of that. And I've had a Triumph before, sometimes feel a little bit over engineered with nuts and bolts everywhere. The other model makes, you know, Kawasaki, Masai, V-Strom, Suzuki, don't really do it for me. All my riding though is road, you know. It's that's what I do. So I'm not going to go off-road. So of course all of those, well, not all of those bikes, but the BMW, Ducati, Triumph, you know, you're all getting up into the 16, 17 plus, aren't you? Because of course you're never going to buy them as they come standard. You're going to shove all the extras on, and I definitely want panniers. You always want the nice paintwork, don't you? So getting up around about 19k, so it's a big whoa, hold on a minute here, you know, I've got a nice bike, I love it. Just put some new tyres and just change the sprockets on it. It's running like new again, this Yamaha. But I am thinking of changing. So yeah, it'd be really great to know other people's thoughts. People, if you've got those bikes I've mentioned, what your pros and cons are of those types of bikes, and if you've moved up from a sort of a 800-900 middleweight where you thought, right, okay, it was time to change, I'm going something a bit bigger, shaft drive, so it's got that, you haven't got to worry about a chain. You know, of course, the BMW sets the standard, doesn't it, really? I only have one bike, so that's all I need. I just want the one bike that sort of does everything. But, you know, I'd like to do this Sunday morning, ride out for 120, 130 miles. But then I like to go off into Europe and do a bit of touring. So, you know, I want that all-day comfort, etc. And the Yamaha's done it a real treat. You know, do I just keep it? But yeah, it just feels the right time. So yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts on that type of bike, or those types of bikes, or if it's something I'm missing, something I'm not thinking about. You know, there are plenty of great middleweight bikes out there, but I just think that the Yamaha it's still right. It's up there. You know, it's a lot of these bikes at this level are subjective to what people like. I just love this triple engine. It's you know, it's a real mover when you want it to be. It's sounds good. steps in. Love the quick shifter, so that's another one. You know, so yeah, there's some key considerations, but they all have it, don't they? Now they all have a quick shifter, they all have cruise control, heated grips. So I suppose some of my key considerations have to be good wind protection as well, because I think everything else comes as pretty much standard on all these bikes now. Yeah, good wind protection, probably a shaft drive, I think, would be an essential, I think, if I was going to change. Yeah, panniers, again, it's something that, dare I say, when it's got panniers on, look good, and when they've got the panniers off, it still looks good, and it doesn't look like there's a load of scaffolding over the bike. Because you get that on some of them, don't you? You take them off and you go, oh my god, what have you done to the... what's happened there? So that's a key consideration. So yeah, please put some comments in the bottom of the video. Thanks for watching. As always, give me a thumbs up if you like this little video, because it's always nice to know that people are watching it and liking it, and you put your comments in there and I'll reply to them as well. So it'd be great to hear what you say. And like I say, yeah, thanks for watching. That was Mr. Andy Gilbert on his 900 Tracer GT, sometimes known as the Goo. Thank you.